Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to Warwick High School for today's Letter of Commitment Day here in the Warwick Valley. This is actually our fourth opportunity to do this. We've had such a great group of seniors, have been excellent students and outstanding athletes, so we really embrace this day and celebrate the accomplishments of our student athletes. So we have 6, we'll go through each one. We'll also offer an opportunity for questions at the end and pictures as well. My name is Greg Sirico. I serve as the athletic director, a proud graduate of Warwick High School, class of, can you guess it, Warner? That hurts, 85, all right, 85. We're going to start out just letting you know that a letter of commitment is an agreement between the student athlete, their parents, and the university or college to take them on for as a student athlete, and they're out recruiting the best students and athletes that they can find, and they found 6th grade ones, so we're really here to celebrate them. We're going to go right off the bat and start with our cheerleaders, and our first student athlete that we're going to talk about is Alexa Borner. Alexa is Warwick's senior cheerleader. She plans to sign a letter of commitment to cheer at Sacred Heart University in Fairfield, Connecticut. They compete in the NCAA's Northeast Conference for most sports. Other member schools include Wagner, Stonehill College, Duquesne, and Central Connecticut State. Alexa was recruited by the head coach, Christina C.J. Serino. She chose Sacred Heart University over Monmouth University and Bryant. She plans to major in communications and digital marketing. We will turn the microphone over to our cheerleading coach who does an outstanding job. That is Liz Sullivan. Let's hear it for Liz. Yeah, why don't you go right here, Liz?
Thank you. Hi. So I'm honored to speak at Alexa's signing for Sacred Heart Cheer Team. This has been a dream of Alexa's for several years, and I am so very happy that it has come to fruition. Alexa has proven to be an outstanding athlete and has stood out for several years. She was given a position on the varsity cheer team as a 7th grader and has continued on that team for the past 6 years. I've had the privilege of coaching her 5 of those years, and I immediately saw her natural leadership qualities, which is why I appointed her captain in just her sophomore year. And she has been leading a team of 45-plus athletes with such passion for those past 3 years. She was truly my right hand and leader I needed her to be to get them to where they are today. Over the past few years, I have personally awarded Alexa the Coaches Award and MVP Award at the Athletic Awards Ceremony and our banquet for her outstanding leadership skills and all of her advanced level skill set that has brought her to the mat in all capacities. Alexa certainly stood out to me time and time again, but it was when she had been recognized by others outside programs that really made her shine. At NCAA Cheer Camp, Alexa had been recognized by other fellow cheer athletes from various schools as a Pin It Forward recipient, which means she exemplified an athlete that had prominent leadership qualities and an outstanding skill set because she was one of the first Top Gun stunt competition finalists at camp. Additionally, Alexa was recognized at the same camp by NCAA staff themselves when earning the Individual Leadership Award, which is only given out to one athlete in the entire camp of 500 athletes. She also had earned a UCA All-American and 3-time NCAA All-American status based on her incredible skill set. She's given the opportunity to go to a captain's parade at the Walt Disney World this year as well. Earning a spot on the esteemed Sacred Heart team is only one of her goals she set out to accomplish. She also wanted to share her passion for cheer with other athletes, which helped her earn a position as one of the staff members on the National Cheerleading Association. This is a title not many earn and only makes her the first ever Warwick cheer athlete to receive a position with this association. This is an organization that Alexa has looked up to and strived to be a part of for many years. To be one of those members and teach others the sport that she loves has finally come true. Being a part of the 4-time national champion team at Sacred Heart is exactly the challenge Alexa needs to advance her cheer career, and she will be the perfect fit for the team. Every step of the way, she had her extremely supportive parents, Craig, Jess, and her twin brother, Drew, to cheer her on and be there for her always. I know they are beyond proud of her, and I, too, am so proud of the student, the athlete, and the overall well-rounded person that Alexa has proven to be. Alexa Borner has made a long-lasting paw print on the Warwick cheer program, and we will miss her tremendously, but I know with absolute certainty she will go on to continue to do remarkable things, and her next chapter at Sacred Heart will be cheering you on every step of the way. Yay. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach, and good job. A couple of quick things about Alexa academically. Cumulative grade point average of 94.82, which is incredible. Her coursework includes algebra through Orange Community College, trigonometry, and college business that's offered at Warwick through Mount St. Mary. So she's pretty much a freshman in college right now. She's a National Honor Society member, a member of the Sports Medicine Club, and also a part of Students Against Destructive Decisions. She's been raised exceptionally well by her parents, Jessica and Craig, and her twin brother, Drew, is also an outstanding person. One question for the Borners. When Wagner plays against, yep, you know what's coming, St. Francis, what are we doing?
We're standing in the middle.
Standing in the middle. Love it. Congratulations. Yeah, awesome, awesome. We'd like to turn the microphone over to Alexa for a minute for any comments.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone who came today to support me and everyone else on their amazing athletic and academic achievements. Congrats to everyone else. First off, I would like to thank Coach Rico and Ms. Thonis for putting together today's signing day. Secondly, a huge thank you to Coach Liz for the past 5 years. None of this would have been possible without you and your dedication to Warwick's cheer program. Next, I would like to thank every Warwick cheerleading coach and my teammates for everything they have done for me and their continuous support. I would also like to thank my family and friends for their nonstop support throughout this journey. This would not have been possible without my parents' dedication towards my cheerleading career. I am also so excited to continue cheering on the sidelines of my brother Drew's football games, but this time on a different team. Lastly, but certainly not least, I would like to thank Coach CJ and the coaching staff at SHU for the opportunity to live out my dream as a D1 cheerleader. I cannot wait to continue my academic and athletic career at Sacred Heart University. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Alexa, we're going to ask you to hold off on signing that national letter of commitment. You got about 15 minutes to think this decision through, and if you have any change of heart, you got a chance to make that in 15 minutes. We're going to stay in a cheerleading theme now, and our next cheerleader is Riley Tully. Warwick senior cheerleader. She has a national letter of commitment to cheer at the University of Albany in Albany, New York. Albany competes in the NCAA's Colonial Athletic Association, also called the CAA, for most sports. Other member schools include Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Villanova, and Stony Brook. Riley was recruited by head coach Taylor Montica. She chose Albany over Sacred Heart and the University of Delaware. She plans to major in biological sciences. To talk about Riley as a cheerleader will be Coach Sullivan.
So I'm honored yet again to be speaking for Riley's signing to the University of Albany cheer team. Riley has demonstrated exceptional athletic abilities the entire time on the varsity cheer team, which was for the past 5 years. She was offered a varsity level position in the 8th grade, which goes to show how talented she was from a very young age. Over the past several years, I have had the opportunity to award Riley with the most spirited award at the athletic ceremony last year because she's an outstanding school spirit and is always seen with a big smile on her face, encouraging others to have fun. She has the ability to make others around her laugh and enjoy the sport they love. In addition to that, I also awarded Riley the Triple Threat Award at our annual cheer banquet held at the end of the year. She earned this recognition because of her versatile talent in all aspects of cheerleading. Whether it be stunting, tumbling, cheer, dance, or jumping, Riley has the technique and strong skill set in all of those areas, including being a multi-skill stunter, as a flyer, and then a self-taught backspot, in such a short amount of time. She has been able to help other athletes on the team during stunt building workshops based on her own personal stunting experiences and knowledge. Riley has had the opportunity to attend 2 different cheer camps while at the Warwick Valley team. While attending these camps, she has earned a UCA All-American nomination and 3-time All-American nomination at NCAA. The past summer, Riley was also given a National Cheerleading Association application invitational to try out to be a staff member. This past year, Riley went to her All-Star competitive team where she had an incredible opportunity to compete on a Level 6 All-Star team the entire competitive season and trained with them for several months prior. This same Level 6 team was fortunate enough to travel and compete at the WASF World Cheerleading Competition in the Sunshine State of Florida. I'm thrilled that Riley has earned her deserved position on the University of Albany cheer team. She has worked so very hard to achieve this goal, and I'm extremely proud of her for accomplishing it next school year. I know both of her supportive parents, Leanne and Kevin Tully, along with her brother Patrick, are also incredibly proud of her amazing accomplishment here at Warwick too. Riley has made a long-lasting impression on the Warwick cheer program, and we are going to miss her. We will all be cheering you on in everything you do in the next amazing chapter that you're about to embark on. Congratulations.
Thank you, Coach. Quickly, academically, cumulative grade point average 90.14. Coursework includes AP Government, Project Lead the Way Medical Intervention, Principles of Biomedical Sciences. She's also a member of the National Honor Society. Parents Kevin and Leanne Tully, and her brother Patrick. I think it was mentioned that she plans to study biological sciences at Albany. Without further ado, Riley Tully.
First, I'd like to thank Sirico for setting this up for us. I'm very thankful for this opportunity to continue my athletic career under Coach Taylor. I'd like to thank my friends for supporting me along the way by coming to my showcases and watching me at the games. My parents are driving me back and forth to the gym for practices and all over the East Coast for competitions. And I would also like to thank my coaches, Coach Liz for helping me over the years on varsity, and my all-star coaches, Coach Britt and Coach Dorselli for training me since I was young and making me the athlete I am today.
Okay, same thing, Ralph. Don't sign that yet. You got a few minutes to think it through. Okay, our next, before we get going and heading in the basketball direction, I'd like to welcome and introduce our principal, Marguerite Fusco. She does an incredible job at this high school. It is the #1 high school in the state of New York. You know that. If you're looking at the courses that these kids are taking, that's really driven by her. She supports our teachers and students exceptionally well. Ms. Fusco, we would like you to come up and say 15 seconds.
Okay.
All right, let's hear it for her.
Well, we're #1 because of everybody who's here today and everybody who's sitting at the table ready to sign. That happens as a team. Our community makes us the top in the region, and we're really proud of that. But I'm very proud of these 6 student athletes that are going to continue their paths in college. And just congratulations and thank you to the parents for the commitment. I know it didn't start in high school. I know that it started when they were young at Little League and at all the community sporting events. And as a former cheer mom, I know about that traveling around the East Coast, and it's a huge commitment and expensive. So thank you for all of your time and commitment because you brought your kids here today. So congratulations, guys. And Riley, I was just at the Albany graduation from my own daughter, and they do a super job. I saw their cheerleading team too, and they're phenomenal. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, from cheerleading right into basketball, our first young man is Harrison Neal. He's a Warwick senior basketball player. He intends to sign a national letter of commitment to play basketball at Rensselaer Polytech Institute in Troy, New York. Also referred to as RPI. RPI competes in the NCAA's Limited League for basketball. Other member schools include Union College, Ithaca College, and Vassar. Harrison was recruited by the assistant coach, James Holmes. He chose RPI over Connecticut College, Union, and St. Lawrence University. He plans to major in business and management. I'd like to ask one of our assistant coaches, Coach Dunn, to please come up and talk about Harrison as a basketball player. We want to let you know that Coach Mackey is the most dedicated basketball coach I've worked with. He is tremendous. He is on vacation the one time. He's always around. So I know this is driving him crazy, but we've got a great guy standing in. Coach?
So when you get moved up to varsity as an underclassman, as a freshman or sophomore, there's a lot of pressure put on you. It's hard to live up to. It's hard to listen to the same coach every day for 3 or 4 years and just deal with that pressure at such a young age. But Harrison's one of the rare cases where he far exceeded all expectations that were put on him. He's a 2-time section All-Star, finished his career top 5 in scoring in Warwick history, top 5 in 3-pointers made. Beyond that, is an even better kid, better leader. Goes for both these guys. I haven't really seen anyone as dedicated to basketball as these two here, in Warwick especially. And when your 2 best players are also your hardest workers, your most dedicated, your best leaders, your best role models, you have something special. Harrison was the best player on a team that won our first playoff game in 16 years this year. So I'm glad I got to be a part of the ride. I'm excited to see what he does at the next level.
Coach, very well said. Very quickly about him, 4-year varsity player, 2-time captain, 4-time New York State Public High School Athletic Association scholar athlete, 2-time Section 9 All-Star, led the team in points, rebounds, and block shots. Cumulative grade point average 95.76, NHS member. He's an AP Government, College Statistics, OC Algebra, and OC Trigonometry, another freshman in college, basically. 4-time Scholar Athlete, and he was recently named a United States Army Academic All-American for having an over 100 average during his season. Raised exceptionally well by parents, Jeremy and Anya. Did I say that right? Thank you, Anya. I apologize. And we can't wait to get Maya, his sibling, in our building, into our athletic program. She's a 9th grader. With that being said, Harrison, here we go.
Hi, thank you all for coming. I just want to start off by thanking Coach Mackey, Coach Phil, and Coach Sal for always believing in me and developing me into the player that I am today. I also want to thank all my teammates and friends who have been by my side throughout my basketball journey. And most importantly, I would like to thank my parents for being my #1 supporters and sacrificing so much for me to reach my lifelong goal of playing basketball at the next level. I appreciate you both more than you know, and I definitely would not be here if it weren't for you. With that being said, I'm super excited to be attending RPI next year. Thank you.
Harrison, I received a call from Cortland State before I started this thing, and they are very interested in you, so think about it. Right? I'm not sure if business and management is a major there, but they got a lot of good PE teachers coming out of that place. All right, next up, another outstanding basketball player, Jacob Gonzalez. Warwick senior basketball player, intends to sign a national letter of commitment to play basketball at Alfred State College in Alfred, New York. Alfred competes in the NCAA's Allegheny Conference for basketball. Other members of schools include Pitt, Bradford, Penn State, Altoona, and La Roche. Jake was recruited by head coach Jack Dignan. He chose the Pioneers over Cobleskill, Gordon College, and Pratt University. He plans to major in sports management, and to talk about him as a basketball player will be Coach Duff.
So I remember playing one-on-one with Jacob at Warwick basketball camp, and I was probably about his age now, and he was in like 5th or 6th grade at the time. So just to see him grow and develop as a basketball player from that time till now has been awesome. I'm glad I got to be part of the journey. I remember a few games this year where I texted Jacob after the game, just telling him I was proud of him. If you know how Jacob plays, he likes to get to the rim, finish inside with the big men in the trees. So he's going to naturally get knocked out of the air, knocked to the ground a lot. And no matter what, he would always get up. Keep going, keep playing hard for his team, for his teammates. I would always tell him that's what winners do, that's what leaders do. That's exactly what Jacob is, a winner and a leader. So, like I said with Harrison, I'm excited to see what he does at the next level. And then lastly, more broadly, I just want to thank Coach Tirico. He's probably the best athletic director in the area. He's always there to open up the gym Sunday mornings, Sunday afternoons, whenever we need it. He always pops his head into practice every day. I want to thank Coach Mackey, even though he can't be here, and the rest of our staff. Our staff's pretty unique in the sense that none of our high school coaches are teachers in the district. 3 of our coaches have kids, families, other careers that they balance. They sacrifice a lot of time to get back, so thank you to them. And thank you to the family and parents. You guys are really lucky that you have families and parents that are probably at every single one of your games. I can't remember a single game they weren't at. You might take it for granted now, but one day you're going to look back and be very grateful you had such a loving and supporting family and parents. So thank you guys.
Coach, and thank you. Career highlights: 3-year varsity player, 2-time captain, Section 9 and B Candy All-Star, 2-time New York State Scholar Athlete. He averaged 12 points, 4 rebounds, and led this team in assists for 2 years. His cumulative grade point average is a 90.53. His coursework includes AP Government, College Intro Business, and AP PE. 2-time New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete. His mother, Erica Rodriguez, and brother, Alex, is an 8th grader. And that is just Jacob Gonzalez.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming. It's always been a goal of mine to play basketball at the next level. First, I want to thank all my teammates for pushing me every day in practice. I would also like to thank all my coaches, especially Coach Mackey, Coach Phil, and Coach Sal for believing in me and helping me develop and grow as a person on and off the court. Finally, I'd like to thank my mom and my brother for always being there for me through everything and being my biggest supporters. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacob. and we will switch gears to the spring season. Ronan Matson, Warwick senior baseball player, national letter of commitment to play baseball at Lycoming University in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. They compete in the NCAA's Mid-Atlantic Conference for baseball. Other schools include Marywood University, Wilkes University, and Gettysburg. Ronan was recruited by assistant coaches Zach Kronk. He chose the Warriors over Plattsburgh, Nichols College, and SUNY Sullivan. He plans to major in pre-veterinary science. To talk about Ronan as a baseball player, I'd like to call up our head baseball coach, Coach Rosa. Coach.
All right, thank you. It's an honor to be up here to talk about Ronan, and congratulations to all the other student athletes. Ronan Matson is a 3-year varsity baseball player. He's pitched 3 years to a 2.9 ERA. He came up as a sophomore. I remember seeing him in the cafeteria. I heard a lot about this tall lefty. And I went up to him, and I didn't know Ronan at all. I said, Ronan, I was like, are you planning on playing baseball this year? And he's like, yes, I am. So I said, all right, Ronan, come to the tryouts. I want you to try out as a sophomore, which isn't an easy task. He came out, try out as a sophomore, and he made the team. He had a small role as a sophomore, and he was our top reliever last year. This year, he's in like a hybrid starter relief pitching role. And Ronan is just an all-around great kid. He does everything you ask him to do. He never complains, and he's the consummate team player. He's been a pleasure to coach the last 3 years, and I'm hoping that he can help us win our next 6 baseball games and make the community, the town, and himself very happy. So, again, congratulations to all the student athletes and Ronan Matson. Thank you.
You pitched on senior day, right? Always give the baseball to a guy that you can trust on senior day, and we gave that baseball to Ronan. He did a great job and got us a win, so Ronan, good job. About him, he's 3-year varsity starter and pitcher, 2.90 ERA, 50 strikeouts, 31 innings, Section 9. He's really on the radar at Section 9, so we're proud of you, Ronan. Academically, cumulative grade point average of 83.9. Coursework includes veterinary science, chemistry, might be the hardest course in the whole school, and government. He's a 2-time scholar athlete as well. Parents, Thomas and Susan, sister, Sierra and Catherine. The microphone goes to Ronan. Here we go, buddy.
All right, first off, I would like to thank Coach Rosa for believing in me, for letting me try out sophomore year. Didn't think I would make it, but I did. Second of all, I'd like to thank my parents for always pushing me, always bringing me to showcases, tournaments, practices. And third, I'd like to thank all my teammates. And yeah, thank you.
Great job, Ronan. Very good, my friend. And before we get to our final athlete, I just want to take a minute to say, you know, as athletic director, things like this don't happen unless you have great coaches in your program that are working with kids. They have the best interests of their student athletes at hand all the time. And to balance that with winning is a really, really challenging thing to do. But I think at Warwick, we compete at the highest level against the best competition in the state, and we really, really hold our own. This spring, we're going into every tournament with a real chance to be Section 9 champions, and that has everything to do with the great coaching that we get here at Warwick. So I just want to say to coaches, I don't say it enough to you, though I really, really appreciate all the things that you do with our young people. Let's clap for the coaches quickly. And I say that this is the perfect guy to bring up to talk about his athlete in Coach O'Connor, because I know he's balancing soccer in the fall and lacrosse in the spring. And he's done a tremendous job of that. So I'm going to ask Coach to come up. While he's walking up, I'll mention Brody Banker. He's a Warwick senior soccer and tennis player. National letter of commitment to play soccer at SUNY Polytech in Utica, New York. SUNY Poly competes in the NCAA North Atlantic Conference for soccer. Other member schools include Hassan College, SUNY Canton, Northern Vermont Linden, and Maine Maritime. Brody was recruited by the head coach, Peterson Jerome. He chose the Wildcats over Clarkson University, where he plans to major in mechanical engineering. To talk about Brody as a soccer player, I'll bring up the best coach in Section 9 in soccer. That's Coach O'Connor. Coach.
Just want to say Brody became one of my favorite players this year. He worked so hard. He did everything we asked. He played out of position sometimes with injuries. Coach Van Pelt and Coach Brack and I said, can you play holding mid? And he was like, he's center back. I'm like, just play like a center back, the spot on the field. Everything we asked of him to do this year, he did it. He was a great teammate. He worked unbelievably hard. He was a guy that was just a pleasure to have on the team. He was just a tremendous student athlete. I know he's great in the classroom. He was great in the field. I'm really proud of him. I just want to say that he really became one of my favorite players this year, and I'm so proud of him that he had such a wonderful year and that he helped the team defend the section title. So thank you, Brody.
And Coach, thanks for finding time for us today. I know you're in preparation for a playoff game on Monday. Career highlights: played center back for Section 9 soccer champions, played for Fox Academy and the Warwick Soccer Club, 4-year varsity tennis player and team captain for the 2023 season. Cumulative grade point average 99.11. Coursework includes AP Calculus, BC, AP Physics, Trigonometry, and Algebra 2. He's a 4-year New York State Public High School Athletic Association scholar athlete, a member of the National Honor Society. Parents Anne Marie and Wayne. Brother Wakely just graduated from SUNY Poly and has taken an engineering position in the Syracuse area. With that being said, Brody Baker.
I would first like to thank my parents, my family, my brother Wakely, everyone for always coming out and supporting me and pushing me to the next level. I want to thank Coach O'Connor for giving me a chance to demonstrate my skill and work hard and get to the section championship again. I want to thank Coach Rico for putting this together and everyone else who supported me and pushed me through the years. Thank you.
Okay, it's that time. If there are any questions from the audience, we'll take them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you can put pen in hand and get ready. We're going to sign it first, then we're going to take a picture signing it, all right? You can sign your name in the spot that says student athlete. And how about a round of applause for our young people?